Good evening, clubbers. I'm DJ Failure, and I'm about to drop some train fever on the dance floor. Last time around, we were expanding as ever. We've hit a sweet spot financially for the time being, and as such, we're expanding nicely. You're currently watching the Boreham Wood, I guess it's Boreham Wood, to Dromfield Express, as it's carrying all three of its potential 102 passengers. Clearly, nobody either wants to leave Dromfield or live there in the first place, but we'll deal with that as the need arises. Yeah, as mentioned, let's bring up the profit screen here. So after 1919's heavy expansion, which we spent a good chunk of change on, we still brought in an income of 10.8 million, which is remarkably good, and long may it continue. Now, in the comments, I think it would last time out. I think it was largely decided that the three highly developed cities would come about by having three hub towns. This is me opening my mouth without really thinking about it once again, but that's what you've come to expect. So first things first, I'm going to identify which three towns they are going to be. Now, obviously, one of them will have to be one of the towns I've started developing. Well, it doesn't have to be. One of them is going to be one of the towns I've already started to develop, and I think we all know it's Dukinfield, right? We've done a lot of work here. I need to connect up a bit more rail to get that, hopping along nicely. But I think we've already got, plenty of good services working, and goods services working. See what I did there? Yeah. See, look, those are pretty strong numbers, and we've got room to expand on that front. So I think we can look at Dukinfield, which is possibly a little too central for our needs. But let's just pick them at random. Let's say Dukinfield's one. Dromfield's actually in a good place. So Dromfield can be number 2. And how about Seaford? And then we've got this kind of triangle going between them. You can go via Red Hill to Seaford. Actually, that might be a project for today. And then Boreham Wood out to Seaford. There we go. I think we have a triangle of terror, a triangle of triumph, just sat here waiting for us. So how about I get that going as my first objective of the day? Now, where's the station? Station's over here. So immediately, what I'm thinking is, how do I get Dukinfield hooked up to Dromfield? Now, some sort of... Here's the station at this end, and the other one is, I imagine, over here. There we go. So, coming along this side of the river, crossing through Ilford, maybe crossing this side of Ilford, over this bit of mountain range here, into Dukinfield there, would probably do the trick. Alright, I've got 3.6 million. That's not going to cut it, is it? No, it's not. No debate required on that front. But I think we can probably do Dromfield to Ilford. That certainly looks possible. And in order to get these kind of building up properly, what we're going to need to do is make sure that we've got enormous quantities of goods and passenger services running. So first things first. Is this first things first, or am I putting a metaphorical cart before a horse? Well, regardless, this is what we're going to do. Right, so I'm going to station up here. There's plenty of space. What's your... Why the trauma? Why you give me this trouble? There we go. Hook a couple of these up. Smashing. Ilford, congratulations. You're about to enter the modern era. Beautiful. Right. And then quick station. One of these. No, that's not a station. That's a station. What do we want? Do we want 4 or do we want 2? I think 2 will do the trick. Hefty platform length. And about there, in between those two. Right, look at that. See, look, that's decisive. That's pretty uncommon behaviour. And then we'll track up and out here. Now, there may also be the opportunity to pick this coal up along the way. I don't know if it's going to be beneficial at all, but it's certainly worthy of consideration. I'm going to double track now just so that it's done. I mean, the only reason to double track while you're building single services is to avoid drama later on when you find that you can't actually complete a tunnel or a bridge because you're getting terrain collisions. All right, that's 2 million quid's worth of tunnel, but it has lined up beautifully. In fact, this feels almost like a total. It is a straight line. It's worth the money. What do you are? You're colliding. With what are you colliding? You're colliding with this tunnel. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, what am I going to do about that? Potentially, well, it's either going to have to be a higher or a lower tunnel in this case, and I think a higher tunnel will actually cost me less money. So we'll go. I don't want to go up too high, but we'll certainly execute an up and over type maneuver here. Maybe as far as there. What does that get us out the other end? That's enough room. And then hopefully, when I do the second side of this, that will avoid conflicting with the road tunnel. And when it comes down to it, I am prepared to delete the road tunnel and rebuild it. It might be cheaper than trying to rebuild this train line. Anyway, let's have a look. Straight line would be good, if you don't mind. Oh, okay. Clearly you do mind. And you've got some terrain collision goodness going on. Come on, welcome to another episode of This Was Supposed to Be Easy. You're colliding with yourself. Alright, well, let's try the other end then. Kill that. This is going to work. It's going to look glorious. It's going to be a thing that is well celebrated. We'll have stone bridges because they're nicer. Bang that one on there. Double track away. No. Don't give me that. Well, I'm not so well off that I'm prepared to start burning cash now on things I don't need. What about 2 down? How's that? That's okay. Of course, what we have just built there is a bridge that's half wood and half stone. That's not going to work for me. Right, let's try that again because it was good. There we go, right there. Thank you. Don't press the button just yet. Give me stone or give me death. Marvellous. Right, now, if we're lucky, we'll now be able to double track this, but I'm sensing that lucky is not our thing today, in which case I'll take it as far as there initially. And then we'll see how we do. If I take it out the other side, it might get the sense that actually double tracking is in its best beautiful. All right, excellent. And I think actually a cheap win relatively quickly will be to double service some of the train sections that we've got up already. And you know, I have long clamoured for train services that are numerous in nature. So you know, that's not something I mind in the slightest. Now the question is, can I do something fun here? The easy answer is no. What about on the inside? Nuh-uh. Okay, right. Well, in that case, it's going to have to be either something like this, right? Only with bridges that work, and a very narrow point section. That's not going to work, is it? I'm going to have a lengthier run in. So I think there's a high possibility here that we'll end up replacing the station at wherever the hell I am, Dronfield, with a 4-track station later on in order to do better traffic manage. Still, you can't put points on bridges. which is unhelpful. We can put some there. I want to keep, as ever, trying to keep the speed up as much as possible. I've done enough of these by now. You know the drill on this front. In fact, I was thinking with just the last episode that is there anything left to say on Train Fever that I've not already said? And I don't know, I'm coming up blank. So here's your mission for this particular episode. Leave me a comment. Would you like me to move on to something else for a little while? I mean, I still like Train Fever. It's a jolly good game. But how much of a good thing do you want, people? We can give it a couple of months hiatus and come back a little later. But that's up to you. If you want to keep watching it, I'll keep making it. It's really that straightforward. But as I'm sure you've noticed already, my due to the constraints of the real world, my time is not what it once was. So let me know what you think. I mean, I could possibly just decrease the number of these to 1 a week or something. Anyway, I digress while I fiddle around with points. In that way that I do. Alright, I don't like that curve particularly, but I did want double track here. Just because I'm going to be running as many services as possible up here. And therefore, I don't want to be blocking track for any longer than... In fact, I might not even be able to get any points in this one. Go on, be good to me. What do you mean building 2 steps? You're linked, you shouldn't need building in 2 steps. Where else could we go from? No, nothing doing there. That's my first point, and it's not going to work. Have I got an alternative? I have, but I don't like it much. Alright, that's going to have to do it. That is going to have to do it. So, basically what we're looking at here is trains will be coming in on this right-hand side, in that way that trains come in on the right-hand side. All the crocodiles available. I might do a goods upgrade. Right, so trains coming on the right. Head down here. Choo-choo, etc. Comes into the station, comes back out on the left as we're looking at it, heads out this way, and then it needs to transition. So it's going to be transitioning here, which means that this is potentially 4 services locked onto that line. I don't like it. That's not helpful. All right, additional points required. Let's think this track through. Right, if we back this one up just a touch. Now this might end up with these points being as lower speed, but luck permitting, will leave room for another switch here. Let's go there. Let's get this as close as possible. 60. 60 is about as low as I want to go. And then I need to merge you on before the bridge. I don't like it as much for speed, but in terms of practicality, it is superior. Okay, good. Well, that's us linked up, at least. All right. Oh, we're paused. Okay, fine. I'm happy to be paused. We're back where we started, Boreham Wood to Dronfield. And as you can see already, the passenger numbers are starting to pick up. I think I still need to... Have we got an in-town service running here? No. I should have. I've got a bus stop. What are you chaps waiting for? Dronfield Internal, which means that there's definitely one here. Where is the bus? Maybe it hasn't turned up yet. No, that looks promising. No, that's just some chap in a car. Alright, forgive me while I look this up. I need to make sure it's working, otherwise, that's a route with no purpose. Road, please, Dronfield Internal. Yeah, we've got a bus on there. Where is it? Evidently had some kind of stealth mechanism. Still, right, good, fine, that's working. Right, so next up, new line on the railroad side of things. Always exciting. There's Dronfield there, and then we're heading out to Ilford, which is actually a fair shake away. So it should be decent money. All things being equal, I need to put some internal services here. It looks like we might. Yeah, we've got goods being delivered there. So you know, this has got every possibility of being profitable. What are we talking here? I'm going to actually let's change up my naming conventions in order to reflect our key cities. Ilford. And you know, obviously, I'm going to connect up other towns as well. I'm going to make sure that, you know, so Banbury Newton is still perfectly acceptable. But I want to just change the name on this. Dronfield Field to Orem. All right, magic. Good. Right, you go away. Now I need to buy a new train. I've got 2.5 million quid. Let's buy a really good one. And I'm going to need to put some signals in as well, so that's worth considering. Where's my engine shed then? I must be up there somewhere. Okay, right. Well, given that this is a major station that we're constructing here, I think I'll add myself a fresh station to the mix. Somewhere like that. Station, engine shed. You know what? A train depot. Right. Good. Buying a train. Buy train. Alright, what's top of the tree right now? 100 kilometers an hour, that's pretty good. It's better than the 90 that you can do, sunshine. Alright, done deal. We'll take it. I want one of those, please. And I want something for people to sit in. Which I believe, yeah, it's this Donnerbuch. My pronunciation is obviously flawless. Let's buy a few more of these. That's it, 102. That's our number. Grand, and then we'll stick that on Dronfield Ilford. Now this one is definitely going to take a little while to get up to profitability, and I still need to correct the route. So let's get that sorted first. Okay, so coming in on the right. Now, in order to run multiple trains down here, I'm obviously going to have to put signalling and points and all of that happy-go-lucky nonsense at the other end. Right, we'll put the first one here. And I'm going to need a set there as well. That should be adequate. Yeah. Okay, so coming from Ilford, add station. Right, there. Okay, so now it's trying to go out on the same line both ways because it would. I'm going to add some more signals, and this is the place for that one. So I want to add another signal here, and it's going to be this one. There you go. Now you're getting the idea. And once you're in, we want some signals on. Do we want some signals on this side? Yes, we do. Do we? No, we don't. Actually, we do want a clear signal to just to let people know that we've, you know, made our merry way onwards. And then we'll stick another one about here. And we add this onto the mix as well after Dronfield. Like that. No, that's confused the arse off it. Why? Have I got a bit of track that's not connected? Can't rule it out. Certainly looks connected to me. It could be this left-hand side here, right-hand side as we look at it now. Come on, this will pay off. You know, this should be not a problem. You should be happy as you like. Oh, I see why I can't do it, because it can't get back over onto the other side again. So you thought that would take me ages to figure out, but you know, I'm smarter than the average bear. Bears, of course, renowned for their track laying capabilities. Right about there would be lovely. Thank you very much. Jolly good. Right, okay, good. That's that one happy. So let's witness the fitness of this first one doing its thing. And I managed to do that while still retaining £1.5 million in the bank, which is also excellent. You know, so we spent, what do we spend here? We spent 4 million on construction, and then 280k on new vehicles last year, but another 1.8 million on new vehicles this year, and we've kicked into profit already. So, you know, fairly quickly, I would hope to see this turn into a major profit route. Now, just before I leave, let's go have a look at Dukenfield to Earthling. I'll have to remember to do the in-house, in town. Where? Well, no, you're looking at the route. You want to look at the train, you fool. Let's have a look. You're carrying 53. What about you? You're carrying 35. Neither of these is particularly warranting a second service at the moment, and I'm pondering whether it's a good call or not to... now, Yarmouth is the slow one, isn't it? Nope, Yarmouth is the fast one. Yeah, you see, with it carrying so few passengers, you know, I question whether the time is right or not to add another service. Frequency of service for goods certainly increases the amount of goods that get kicked out, but the question is, does the same thing happen with passengers? I think I'll leave it for now. I'm quite comfortable with the amount of money that I've got. I'm quite comfortable with the fact that I don't have a loan. So yeah, I think that'll do it. Let's head back to our new train as our glorious parting shot for the day. It's always worth watching it arrive for the first time. In fact, I will do the in-town service now. Let's get that done. Right, quick couple of passenger stops. Like that. Where's good? In fact, there's not an awful lot of choice for getting over the river at the moment. Let's see about banging another road out here. Stone bridges. Stone bridges of the future, and indeed the past. Also, we want to... Yeah, you see, look, no, that was there when you got here, you fool. We want to make sure that we're... In fact, I'm going to do it now. I'm going to block this so that we can't have unnecessary housing in this area. And then, well, where are we talking about? We're talking about going Ilford Dukenfield and Ilford Red Hill, probably. So let's get the train sorted out pronto. Yeah, you see, there's always something else to do. Right, let's do something along these lines. Switch construction failed. Well, you're not trying hard enough. Now, I may not end up using this particular configuration, but I want the lines available, particularly if I'm going to be running multiple routes. So this is kind of preparing in advance for further expansion. Come on, off you go. Get up to 120. Okay, you want the space, don't you? All right, and then link up, and everybody's happy. There you go. Everybody's happy. Right, just a touch further. In fact, let's straighten all those off. Grand. Okay, so then we just need a road of some description going on here, and in fact, let's. I don't want to delete all of that. Well, I'm going to delete all of that. And the question, I don't think there's enough room to currently execute this maneuver either. So let's get it right first time. All right. There you go. Happy-go-lucky little tunnel there. Especially happy-go-lucky big tunnel there. But that's okay. Yeah, tunnels are good. I'm okay with tunnels. In fact, let's take this all the way to this junction. Seriously, small jobs turn into big jobs in no time at all. Give me the medium streets again. I'll take some out over that way to encourage people of a suburban persuasion that this is a nice area. Right, put this back in. No, let's not be haphazard about it. There we go. Let's stick that back in. And in fact, this can go even longer now. And then link that up to that. What am I linking that up to? Nothing at the moment. All right. And then we'll have a nice big fat country road doing its thing. Now, there's plenty of space. What are you talking about? There you go. See? Told you. Plenty of space. Right. And then I think we'll probably go level crossing on the other side. Like that. Go on. You want to. That's because there's points there. In which case, cheeky bridge. No? Okay. All right. Maybe a bit of a longer cheeky bridge. And that is quite a long cheeky bridge there. But hey, all the kids like a bridge. And to be honest, now is the time to build a bridge, given that they remove your ability to build glorious stone bridges later in the game, which is deeply unreasonable. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Like that. And then something like this. Let's get some right angle-esque behavior going on up here. And then let's get some small roads as well. If I can get through here, it'll be a miracle. It's a miracle. Or rather, it's not a miracle. Come on. Through you go. Go on, you want to get through there. What about the next one? There's even more space in this one. I can't see it happening. What about a really small country road? That's a waste. That's a waste. Never mind. We'll get over it. And now I need to connect this up somehow, like that. Let's put a little spur road on there. Okay, good. Right. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was doing in-town routes. Let's go here, which is about this. No, actually, let's go here. This feels like a very central kind of a location, and then out as far as the station. And then some form of bus depot. Some form of bus depot in a non-housing-y area. Like that. That will probably do. And then create a quick route. This was supposed to be... I was supposed to be out of here by now. Hold on. I'm almost out of here. One from the drive out to Victoria Road. Does that look... Yeah, that looks pretty plausible. And this is, where are we? Ilford. Ilford Internal. Internal, even. There you go. Good. That's that sorted. Kill that. We've got passengers. Passengers are on the train. Alright, good. Okay, so, thanks very much for watching today. Yeah, do let me know what you think. If you want me to continue with this as a kind of let's get my mind in order first. If you want me to continue with this as kind of one of my focal series, I'm more than happy to do so. Alternatively, if you want to either ease back or ease off entirely on the old train fever, we can certainly take a pausette. And resume this particular mission. The save game's going nowhere at a later date. Let me know. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Subscription brings privileges. I'm not sure what those privileges are. You'll have to figure that out for yourself. I've been Colonel Failure. I'll catch up with you very soon. Cheerio.
Listen.